just going to go through all the options and go through the camp so you can see how drastically a single choice in the external event phase affects all the boards and then the camp. Over the hill away from the main road, you see smoke rising into the sky, and you can hear the sound of battle and the screams of mortally wounded. You can ignore the besieged village, fight the invaders, or talk to the invaders. If you choose to ignore the besieged village, each roll would discard 2 renown tokens, so let's go ahead and do that.
Alright.
You would add the Deserters Camp event to the camp event deck. You would immediately resolve the Bandit Scout, and as opposed to going through the skirmish, we're just going to say everyone basically kills 1 or 2 people, and you gain the renown based off of it.
Boom.
Did I remove the 2 here? I don't think
Yeah, I think you... Well, I don't know.
I would have put it right here.
Then you didn't do it.
Right.
So just take 1 away.
Take 1 away. He gets 1.
I did that one.
Alright, very good. They were victorious in the skirmish, and he gets the skirmish bonus.
Which is 1.
1.
So I'll grab it.
So they're going into the camp like this. You know, nothing changed on their boards because they chose not to get involved. But you had to add the Deserters Camp event card. And they draw the Deserters Camp event card. As camp breaks, the warband is buzzing and nervous. There are whispers of desertion. The Keeper of Names calls an emergency meeting of the council and verifies the rumors are true. What does the council decide? Do we decide to let them go or hunt and capture the deserters?
Well, let's decide to let them go first.
Alright, let's let them go. The Keeper of Names loses 90 clansmen.
Okay, so this is 1, 2, and then 8 more. So we're back here.
And we remove a tent.
Yep, so when we remove a tent, I've got to add a Memories of the Fallen token over here.
We also lose 7 Varl.
Well, we're going to lose another tent. There's 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So we lose another tent. Now, we have 1, 2, 3 tents now.
But we have to add this token of Memories of the Fallen.
Oh, man.
Which causes us to lose 50 clansmen and 5 Varl.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. We have.
Yep.
And.
Boom. And so we have 2 more Memories of the Fallen. Now, Memories of the Fallen cannot trigger more than once per event, but we're kind of set up for it to happen again right away if we make a mistake.
And this would be cleared away.
Yes.
Before any of that, he has 1 tent. We're talking 1, so the warband strength is. Oh, that's training. The warband strength is 0.
Yeah, so I would look at my board and go, oh, we've got a +1 and 3. We're at bronze banner rank right now.
Right. And that's the choice we made. There it is. That's it. Now we would go into the camp
actions.
Camp action.
Yep. Starting with quartermaster. We'll say that we have 1 hunter with us, so we gain 2 supply tokens. All right, and then that's really all he gets to do at this camp. We go to the Keeper of Names. He can gain followers from the warband, and he's like, oh, I don't know, guys, I don't have enough renown.
Right.
He wouldn't even do it.
And he's in major trouble because his renown economy is not so good.
Right, we have 9 Varl only, not enough for a tent.
Which means our warband strength, as far as the
Is
wars
0.
are concerned, is 0. It's not so hot.
Right. The Thane, he can scout and check out the next 2 events. It's free, he might do that just because we're in such dire straits.
Right.
But we don't need to resolve it to show you the board.
Everyone's done their camp actions. Now we have to feed the
warband.
Which is actually going to be easy in this case.
Yeah, it is easy. We don't have a 10 here, no cost. We do have 1, so it's 1 supply token, we'll discard it.
And now everyone gets their renown based off of the economy they created.
Quartermaster still has 3 wagons, that's 3 renown for him.
Good for him.
Yay! We go to Keeper of Names, he's not doing great. He gets 1 renown only.
The Thane gains 1 renown only.
Yep.
So the Keeper of Names gains 0 plus 1 in this case for 1. The Thane gains 1.
Because there's still a few clansmen milling about.
Right.
And then the War Master
gains 2.
Gains 2 because he's at bronze banner rank. And that's the end of a camp. For that one choice.
For that first choice. So there you go. Take a look at it. We're going to come back, pick the next choice, and you can see how different it gets. So this is where you go back to that choice you made in the Choose Your Own Adventure and make that different choice. Because
put your finger where that last page was.
That one didn't go so well.
Yeah.
So over the hill, away from the main road, you see smoke rising into the sky, and you hear the sounds of battle and the screams of the mortally wounded. Do you want to ignore the besieged village, which we chose already, to fight the invaders or talk to the invaders. We're going to fight the invaders this time. We immediately resolve the bandit encounter skirmish card. So
yep, a much more difficult encounter. We'll probably each gain a couple renown from it because there's a lot of guys.
Then he's going to gain an additional renown.
He gains an additional 3 renown
Yeah.
because it's a harder encounter.
If the warband is victorious, each role may perform their city action. And this is before the camp action. So at this point, we can all perform our city action.
Quartermaster's going to buy some supplies. He's going to spend his 3 and get 5.
Boom.
Keeper of Names can buy troops.
Does he want to?
He does have a little bit. Maybe he buys some seasoned clansmen. It's 2 renown.
That's awful nice of you. The warband talks him into that, I think. The
Yeah.
war leader does.
So we'll add 1 here. Boom. Which immediately increases this to 6.
And it doesn't lower training on the warbands.
Which makes, the Warmaster happy.
City action.
Thane, he is going to buy a victory piece for 2.
Right.
And as you can see, that'll be his 3rd spot. It will clear this, and he would level up his bannerman for free 1 rank for the next skirmish he's going to encounter.
Fantastic. And then the last action over there, which is training.
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah, spend 1 and take this up to 6.
All right.
So, we're at 6, 7, 8, 9. We're right on the edge. If we would have had a war leader, we'll say we won't at this point. We'd be in gold.
Right.
But he's solidly in silver right now.
Because he had enough round to buy trained guys, and he had enough renown to train. If he would have
Right. If we actually look at the strength here, when it did go up 1, we are at 3. We are at gold. So that's where communicating between the roles is really important, because that small change took us from silver to gold.
Right.
Just because he bought another guy.
And now we perform the camp action.
Yeah, and there is no event this time.
Right.
Camp action, he can
Gain
hunt.
1 supply if he wants.
Right,
As
and
well.
Sure, why not? I mean, he has full supplies now. He's feeling great.
Yes, he is.
Camp action over here, promote followers.
Not going to do it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And then
Raise morale if we want, and it's already maxed out.
so we don't have to worry about that either in this case. And this is a lot different numbers we're looking at now, right? So if you look at the tent and clansman, it's 3. And then over here, 3 raw. So 6 tokens gone. So that's a little over 1 wagon. It's a good thing. All right, but it is going to cost him a renown when we get our bonus.
Yes, but he's sitting at a nice, comfortable 3 with a lot of troops.
And we'll look at the Keeper of Names. Instead of gaining 1 like he did the last choice, he's going to gain 3 plus 2 is 5. Much bigger swing from just a simple choice we made.
And even the Thane is more happy about it.
All right, he's going to get 2. And then we'll look at the Warband strength, right? Well, we're at gold now. Looks like the Warmaster's getting 4. He's feeling very good. He's probably going to be spending a lot of renown on upgrading his bannerman.
Right. Now, if you remembered what the first choice was, which was ignore the besieged village.
And we had deserters.
Right. And we had deserters. And this was we fought the invaders. And that's the difference. And now we're going to...
The Warband wasn't crippled by that choice. I mean, look at Keeper of Names. There's such a difference between one single choice. He had to having almost no troops to having a strong group of people.
Right. Now, you say, why would you choose to ignore the besieged village? Well, this is where stretch goals come in. We will have another card called Burning Village with the same choices and the same, but the results from the choices are going to be different. So how are you going to say, well, I'm always going to ignore the besieged village? Now we're going to go back again, but in reality, I think we probably would have kept that last one. It was pretty sweet. Now let's see what the third choice is. Talk the invaders. So the Keeper of Names gains 150 clansmen.
All right.
And 10 varl.
So we're at 470 clansmen.
And 10 varl.
So one more tent. 31 varl, pretty good.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're at 7.
So let's go ahead and change the warband strength now.
Right. I've raised that up 1 because it's at 3.
This does not increase the War Master's training. Now, a lot of times when you add troops, it lowers the training. In this case, it didn't. We immediately resolved the Bandit Ambush skirmish card. Bandit Ambush.
Bandit Ambush would give the War Master 2 extra renown and everyone else 1, probably.
It's pretty much a smaller combat. And then he'll gain an additional 2, is that correct?
Yep.
And that's it. That's the third choice. We didn't get that bonus city action with the third choice, but we're still in very good shape. Camp action.
I'll
He's
gain my
hunt.
1. Yep.
Bing.
And now we do the feeding.
Yes. 4 plus 4 is 8.
Keeper of names. No, well, now we're doing our renown bonus. Sorry.
Right.
So quartermaster's only getting 2 now. All right. Keeper of names. He's getting 6, so even better for him. The Thane will get 3 because we just moved into that choice. And the War Master, he's going to gain, well, let's see, 3 and 3 is 6, 7. So we're in silver, he gains 3.
Right. Yeah. Here, do it in that 5, right?
Do it in the 5.
So we can see easily the difference. So there's the difference with the third choice. What's the big difference? We have, I mean, in my opinion, and Kenny can speak to this too, I think obviously the second choice was the best.
Warband was much stronger.
Yeah,
without
because we
crippling
had
somebody.
we had a level up, we had decent troops, we had gold warband strength,
Yep.
and the quartermaster had
Was-
3 carts, which means his economy. His economy is
It's not great
is in
right
bad
now.
shape now, which means if the choices are very bad for the quartermaster, or we just hit some difficult travel,
You know, he's gonna.
he's looking at the point where he's only gaining 1 renown. He has to really keep this renown so in the next city action he can just buy
Fill it
a
up.
boatload of
Yeah.
supplies. But these guys are in great shape, but he'll lose the game right here. So 1 choice, 3 drastically different results. How do you know which choice? There's no code words on what is going to happen. You know, it's not over the hill away from the main road. You see smoke rising in the sky and hear the sounds of battle and screams of the mortally wounded. Number 1, do you ignore the besieged village and lower your renown? No, it just says ignore the besieged village. Do you fight the invaders and get tons of bonuses because you get to go to the city?
No.
No. But you can almost extrapolate that because if you can break the invaders, you
Right.
get to
The siege is
visit-
broken. The
visit
city
the
opens
city.
its doors. Yeah.
Or do you talk to the invaders? You know, what that doesn't tell you you're going to gain, especially knowing that some of the other choices are talk to the thing and talk to the people or the village or the bandits and you get hosed. And once again, the second Burning Village card deck, and you never know kind of what's going to happen with each choice, and it's not like you can or predict what's going to happen because 1, the choices really don't communicate what's going to happen, and 2, there's a second card in there that has different results. So that just kind of tells you how much they interact together. The more troops you have, the more supplies you use. So these 2 are hard counters on each other. If the Keeper of Names wants to keep getting people, the Quartermaster's economy is going to suffer. However, that first choice, the Keeper of Names was in such a bad position, I guarantee you we would have lost because he had what?
Had 100 troops and maybe 9 Varl.
Which means the first war we come to,
We could lose it.
the war casualties are gigantic if you're not prepared. Oh, and I think we were down here because he didn't do what he needed to keep his troops up. The warband strength was low. Yeah. You must look at where you are every time and try not to predetermine what a result's going to be. And make a choice based off of where you're at, and you'll be fine.